Hey there, this is Chris, your local computer geek, discussing the topic of getting rid of hard drives safely and effectively. This little guy here came out of a laptop that I bought a little while ago. I just bought a new SSD drive for it to make it run a little faster, and in the process discovered that it had some bad sectors on it, so not really using keeping it around to repurpose it for other things. But I have to get rid of it. And it was also a company laptop. I put a lot of stuff based for the company that I work on because some of our stuff has to do with Windows only type things, and it has company specific data on it. Now, I could put it on one of my other machines and write zeros to it, and it'd probably be fine. I obviously don't want to just stick this in the trash. I don't think anything would actually happen, but you know how things happen. If somebody did get a hold of it and downloaded a copy of something and it got traced back, then I'd be liable. So obviously, I don't have one of those industrial presses that they use at Google or something, which will completely smash it. So we just have to find a way to make this drive completely useless to anybody that gets a hold of it. This is all you really need. If you look here on the back, you see these guys right here. Those are the ports where it talks to the computer itself. That's your power, or wait a minute, that's your power, and that's your data. So if they can't get to either one of those, then they're going to have a really hard time getting anything off of it, aren't they? So you just stick old trusty screwdriver in there just above it and give it a twist. In this case, it's breaking the top part instead of what we actually want, but there you go. You just got to finagle with it here. These things aren't necessarily designed to be really, really tough, just tough enough to... So anyway, I got the plastic part off of the data pins. So let's try to do the same for the power pins here. And in the process of doing this, the plastic that holds them comes off. So now we just have these pins sitting out there. But the other thing is that now it's also, let's get a good angle here. It's also made a little bit of room there so that you can now get your screwdriver into the circuit board. So you just kind of stick this in there like so. Circuit board comes off. It is broken in half. You're not going to be able to use this drive now. It's just as effective as putting it into one of those industrial presses that Google does. Now, depending on the size company and how sensitive the data is that you're working with, obviously if you had some crack, spy team trying to get a hold of everything, they might be able to recreate it, but more than likely not. So anyway, good old flathead screwdriver, and your drive is now destroyed to the point to where you're no longer liable for company data exposure. So anyway, 30 seconds worth of extra work, and a drive has been properly disposed of this way.